Hello gamers and welcome back to another Diablo 3 guide. Here from Season 1 on the live servers, and this one will be for the Fire Condeamn Crusader. Now without further ado, let's hop right into it, but also don't forget to throw me a like if you end up finding this video useful or entertaining. So, as you will see here, we have taken the concept of the normal Condeamn Crusader, as you may know it, using the shield and the sword from the that you need in order to make the Condeamn build work. I will show you just in a second. So here we are now. Of course, in order to make this build work, you need your Blade of Prophecy with the attribute that says to condemned enemies also trigger condemned explosions. So you need, with that weapon, you can chain the explosions from one to another. And of course you need the shield because it says that the Condeamn has no cooldown, but instead costs 40 wrath. That's very important. So with this combo we can do the Condeamn combo, and now the fire change. What is it? Actually what it is that you use, instead of using the normal Condeamn rune, which is the Unleashed, we use the Reciprocate, which increases all the damage that we do with a Condeamn skill by 50% using the damage we take. So what you need to do is the skills that we need to take is of course the Akara champion with the prophets, Condeamn of course with the Reciprocate, and we use that in conjunction with provoke in order to take the damage and unleash it on the explosion. Also we need that for the wrath generation, and we use Lords of Valor with the Unstoppable Force. You can use the Unstoppable Force if you find that you need more wrath, or you can use the critical. I prefer that one, and I will show you just a second. Also we use Slash with Crash because we do fire damage of course, and we use Shield Glare with Divine Verdict. If you find yourself needing more wrath, you can always use Zealous Glare. Now, for the passes, we have Heavenly Strength, Finery, Indestructible for me. You can use Long Arm of the Law if you want to have more duration on your auras. And you can use also Holy Cause to increase the damage that you do. So that's the skills. The Paragons, I've put, of course, movement speed and strength here. In offense, we need cooldown reduction and critical for their defense, resist all, and life. Utility, we need resource cost reduction. The resource cost and cooldown reduction and the must-have. The rest, it's up to you. Now, as far as the gear goes, we need around 56% of cooldown reduction in order to have Akara champion always up. I have 52%, 52.5. I still need to find the shield with cooldown reduction. So what else? You need the cooldown reduction on your shoulders, on your gauntlets, on your neck. I don't have one until now. On your rings, if you can, put cooldown reduction there. Vigilante belt, it has cooldown reduction. It's a nice combo. Of course, you need your set of Akarat. You need your Leoris crown, is amazing in this build with the socket of the cooldown up, and we use the Ring of Royal Grandeur in order to make the combo on the item sets. And as far as the elite gems, rare gems go, we need the how's it called? Teguk, yeah. Also I'm using the Bane of the Powerful and also the Teardrop for the damage. So having said that, why we need Teguk, you may ask? Just because as we use Akarat all the time, and when you spam Condeamn, you gain charges. And using that, of course, as you can see, it can be stacked up to 23 times with the upgrades that I have on my Teguk. It's not capped.
Not yet.
So, and as you can see here, the damage increases as the stacks go up. If you find yourself running out of wrath, use your taunt there. So that's damage with 20,000 toughness. It's okay, it's alright. So what you want to do is you want to go through the packs from one elite to the other, and you want to keep your charges up all the time, and to make it as effective as possible. Now, of course, as you can understand, this damage will crit for around, let's say, 90k, 90 million, I mean. And with my gear right now, it's perfectly viable, of course, for Torment 6, etc. And I will show you how it runs in, let's go, Halls of Agony. And so, what we do is that we, also, I am not using Unity right now, so the damage reduction is just for the gear, from the gear. Let's lower just a little bit the volume here. Right. So, as you can understand here, on the, as far as solo is concerned, it's actually a face roll, as you can see. On torments, on rifts, etc., it's actually very, very nice because you have lots and lots of resistances. Of course, you are the tank that you will always be, so you can soak up all the damage. It's actually very fun, and I like it more than the normal Condeamn, just because it's very, let's say, it's very interactive as a build. You always use something, you always use a skill. So, with the Holy Condeamn, I found myself actually just sitting there spamming Condeamn. I found it to be more passive, let's say. So personally, I like very much this type of build. Also, if you want, you can use the chest armor. I don't remember how it's called, for the fire damage. That will reduce also the cost of your spells, of your Condeamn, but you will need to make it work with the helmet. That's because you need that cooldown reduction, so you have to figure out the pieces how exactly will go. Except that, what the fuck, I'm stuck. Dude, these zombies. Seriously. Alright. As you can see, I still have some downtime on my Ankara champion. It should be resolved pretty quickly, actually, with a cooldown on the there's an elite. With a cooldown on the shield, if I manage to get one with better stats. Try it. I really think that you will enjoy this build very much. I haven't seen too many Crusaders running around with this build, and I urge you to try it, just because I know that you will have lots of fun. Let's kill also Butcher. Although you can understand that this is not the best build to use on single targets. It needs a lot of moves in order to work as intended. But under no circumstances this build should be considered low damage. And also, you can also see the number, just to have a general idea of the damage that it does. The normal criticals are around 40 to 50k, and And the big crits are around 80 to 90 million. Not K, I mean million, of course. Right, so let's go back for a review of the build. So, first things first, you need your Akarat set with your Lori crown and your gems. Here, if you have resistances, put red gems. I prefer the resistances one. You need your Ring of the Royal Grandeur with your Teoguk on it. Important. Also, the most important pieces are the sword, the Blade of Prophecy, and the Friend's Wrath. You need that in order to make this build work. As far as skills go, you need, of course, Akaran Champion with Prophet, Condemn with Reciprocate, Loss of Valor with Critical, or, of course, Unstoppable Force if you need more Wrath, Provoke with Charge Up for the Wrath generation and, of course, the damage, with the Slash with Crash because it's fire and get more critical, and Silk Glare with Divine Verdict, or if you need more Wrath with Zealous Glare. Also, the passives are Heavily Strength, Finery, Indestructible, or Long Arm of the Law if you prefer that one. And the Holy Cause for the damage. Of course, you can play with these two around. I prefer this one, just to be safe. As far as the Paragons go, at the core, we have Movement and Strength. You can use that however you wish. It's not very important. Second of all, we have cooldown reduction, absolute must, and then critical damage. On the defense, we need resist all and life. You can play with this around as you wish. And of course, as utility, we have resist cost reduction and area damage. So that's for the build guide. I really hope you will enjoy it. It's very effective. It's very entertaining. I really think that you will enjoy it. You will find it interesting. So don't remember to throw me a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more guides. And I have a new one coming soon. And have fun, guys. Thanks for joining me.